Hello, guys. It's me here, Josh, and I am the Super Football fan number 18 here. And today we'll be doing the Week 16 NFL prediction picks for the 2025 to the 2026 NFL season. Last time, the Denver Broncos upset the Green Bay Packers and clinch a playoff spot with a final score of 36. Was it 34 to 26. I kind of forgot what the score was, but still, either way, we won 36 to 24. Final score. Big win for Denver, and as a result, they're in the playoffs. Hoping and praying to get a divisional to win the AFC West and to get the first round spot. Otherwise, um, before we get started, we actually are going to start with. We're going to get started now, I should probably say. But either way, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with Week 16's NFL prediction pick. Oh, and before I get started, I had to mention this. This Saturday coming up, we actually have a doubleheader this week on Saturday on Fox. So, yeah, just to let you know, the big Fox game will instead be on Saturday instead of Sunday. Otherwise, we're going to get started with the Thursday night football matchup. And for the Thursday night football matchup, we have is the Los Angeles Rams against the Seattle Seahawks. This one's a bit of a tough choice since the Rams won the last battle, but it really comes down to who has the better roster overall. If it's either going to be Seattle or the Rams. For the prediction, I'm actually going to say give me Seattle actually, just because Seattle's been playing a good job, and I don't know how they beat the Colts, but my goodness, they found a way to win it, even if they didn't score any touchdowns. And I think with Seattle having the better roster overall and being at home field advantage, I think Seattle is going to have the win. But for the pick, though, I'm actually going to give it to the Rams just because the Rams have. I prefer the Rams over the against the Seahawks, and overall, the Rams are a much better team over the Seahawks, and I don't like the Seahawks. Otherwise, then we move on to Saturday which we have a doubleheader week this week. Starting at 5 o'clock on Fox, we have the Philadelphia Eagles against the Washington Commanders. For my prediction or pick for this week, it's hard to say. Well, I already know who the prediction is going to be. Prediction: give me Philadelphia. Washington has too many injuries, and since Jay Daniels is not going to be playing for the rest of the 3 seasons, pretty much Philadelphia is going to win the NFC East, so we already know who's going to get that. But for my pick, though, I'm going to go with the Washington. No, I'm actually going to go for the Philadelphia Eagles because as much as like Washington hasn't been doing well this season, and that's why I kind of prefer Philly, just because Philly has just been a better team, and plus I don't like Dallas anyway. So, and if I wanted to hope Washington gets out of the Let's go, not Washington. If Dallas gets out of the playoffs, we got to hope and pray that Philadelphia wins it. Otherwise, we have the other game for the Saturday Fox's Super Saturday week, and this time we have the Green Bay Packers against the Chicago Bears for the 8 o'clock matchup on Fox. Otherwise, for my prediction pick for this week, prediction, I'm actually going to give it to the Bears just because the Bears have the home field advantage. And with the Packers losing Micah Parsons, it's going to be tough for them to win this game without Micah Parsons after he is out for the rest of the season. Again, I do want to give prayers to Micah Parsons and no Bo Nix, even though he did kind of cause him to be injured. He didn't violently injured Micah Parsons, so it's not like he's going to cause his season to basically come to an end. But otherwise, I still want to give prayers to Micah Parsons. But otherwise, that's who I'm gonna say for my prediction. I'm gonna say Chicago Bears. But for the pick, though, I'm gonna say the Packers just because the Packers own the Bears. Otherwise, that is it for the Thursday night football and the Super Saturday Fox weeks. And then we have the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock matchups, which we have a total of 7 1 o'clock matchups and 4 4 o'clock matchups. Again, we have a total of 7 1 o'clock matchups and 4 4 o'clock matchups. Oh, and I should probably mention before we get to the 1 o'clock games, I do apologize about the camera. It's flopped. It's like it's like reversed. So it's not like in the proper position. So I'd like to apologize about that. But this is just gonna be the way it is for the remainder of the season. But oh well. Either way, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the 1 o'clock matchups. And for the first 1 o'clock matchup, we have the New York Jets against the New Orleans Saints. For my prediction pick for this game, it's gonna be pretty obvious. For my prediction pick, even though both teams are not good, I'm actually gonna give it to the New Orleans Saints against the New York Jets because the New Orleans Saints done pretty good, even if they haven't been doing great this season, and the Jets have not been doing well for the remainder of the season. So I say with the Jets, they have got to get like a new, they got to get like a new coach and a new quarterback at this rate. So I say, give me the Saints over the Jets. Next, we have the Bills against the Browns. Prediction or pick. Prediction. Give me the Bills actually because for the Bills, the Bills are a pretty good team. They found a way to beat, you know, the Patriots, and I'm surprised that they found a way to win it. As for my pick, though, I would actually rather see Cleveland win it because if the Cleveland Browns win it, it gives it gives the Broncos a good chance to get the first seed. Next, we got the Kansas City Chiefs against the Tennessee Titans. Really doesn't matter who wins this game because I mean the Chiefs and the Titans are both have been eliminated for the playoffs. But who's gonna win it though? I have to give it to the Chiefs just because. Well, even though they lost Patrick Mahomes, I still think they have the good wide receivers right now. Even though they just didn't have a shot at making it to the playoffs, even though I don't like the Chiefs. Otherwise, for the pick though, I'm going with Tennessee because I hate the Chiefs and deserves them right because they're out of the playoffs. But not to be rude to any Chiefs fans. Next, we have the Cincinnati Bengals against the Miami Dolphins. Fun fact: this game was originally going to be a Sunday Night Football matchup, but then it got flexed out to now just being a 1 o'clock matchup. The Ravens and the Patriots would have been the matchup on CBS, but now it's now going to be a Sunday Night Football matchup instead. Otherwise, for my prediction pick for the Bengals against the Dolphins, I'm actually going to give it to the Cincinnati Bengals over the Miami Dolphins. And even if they haven't done impressive with defense, I still think the offense is still doing pretty good, even if they've been eliminated from the playoffs. And since Miami's been having a bit of struggles here, I say let Cincinnati win this game. I say for my prediction pick, give me the Bengals over the Dolphins. The Dolphins don't have a chance on being the Bengals. So prediction pick, give me Cincinnati over Miami. Next, we have the Los Angeles Chargers against the Dallas Cowboys. For my prediction pick, this one's a bit of a hard one because the Chargers have been a pretty good team, but the Cowboys have been kind of up and down recently. For me personally, if I had to say who's going to win this game, I think it's going to be the Chargers, just because the Chargers have the better offense, and right now the Cowboys don't have defense, and the Chargers do. But for the pick, though, I'm actually going to have to go for the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, I know I hate the Dallas Cowboys, but if you want to be completely honest here, the only real reason why I'm actually picking the Cowboys is so that way the Cowboys win, it helps our division. So that way we beat the Jaguars, and then let's say for example the Chargers lose to the Cowboys, the Broncos have a good shot at winning the division depending on what happens. Otherwise, prediction: Chargers pick Cowboys. Next, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. That's good. That's good. The Minnesota Vikings, wrong team, against the New York Giants. For my prediction pick, I'm actually going to give the prediction to the New York to the Minnesota Vikings for my prediction pick, just because the Giants have not been playing well this season. They have not done great, and overall, I think the Vikings are going to have the better shot to win this season over the Vikings are going to have the better shot to win over the Giants. And I guess considering the fact that even though both teams haven't done great this season, the Giants have the best shot at winning this. So overall, give me the Giants. Let's go. Give me the Vikings over the Giants. And lastly, for the final 1 o'clock game for Week 16, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Carolina Panthers. This is the final game of for the 1 o'clock games for Week 16. Now, if I had to say who I think is going to win this game for my prediction, it's hard to say, but honestly, I think the Panthers have the best shot of winning this game. And I know both teams haven't been doing great, but I think the Panthers have the best shot at winning this because with the Panthers not doing well this season, while both teams haven't been doing great this season, I do think the Panthers have the better spot at getting this. And then for my pick, though, I'm also going with the Panthers because, well, the only reason why I say this is so that way, in potential sake, if the Panthers win the division, that gives me a chance to maybe to have another potential vlog video next season. It's not guaranteed, but, it could happen if there's a chance. Otherwise, that is it for all the 1 o'clock matchups. And now we're going to move on to the 4 o'clock matchups next. Okay, starting off with the 4 o'clock games for week 16, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars against us, the Denver Broncos, for a week 16 battle in Denver, Colorado, at Battlefield at Mile High Stadium. This one should be a pretty interesting matchup. Now, for my prediction pick, we don't have to do the pick because I already know who I would pick for my pick. But for the prediction, though, this one's going to be a bit of a tough one because, theoretically, the Broncos are a pretty good team. They have very good offense and very good defense. But at the same time, though, the Jaguars have been playing pretty good offense, have pretty good offense and been playing phenomenal. But if I had to say who has the better odds at winning this game, it's going to all come down to really who has the better squad. And I think for me, I'm actually going to go for Bo Nix and the Broncos. So for me, for the prediction pick, give me the Broncos over the Jaguars for my prediction and my pick because with the Broncos defense, logically, they have the best shot at winning this game. So overall, for my prediction pick, give me the Broncos over the Jags for my prediction, and from my pick, we already know who I would choose, the Broncos. Okay, next we have the Atlanta Falcons against the Arizona Cardinals. Pretty much a tank ball, pretty much. But otherwise, if I had to say who would win this game, it's a hard choice to say, but if I had to choose for my prediction pick, I'm going to have to give it to the Atlanta Falcons over the Arizona Cardinals because, the Atlanta Falcons, have done a little bit of a better job last week, and I do think they'll win this one over the Cardinals. So for my prediction pick, I say give me the Falcons over the Cards. And otherwise, that is it for that game. Then we move on to the the Las Vegas Raiders against the Houston Texans. For my prediction pick, it's kind of hard to really say who I want to win this game. But for already enough for the prediction, it's gonna be the Texans because you look at the Texans are gonna have the better chance of winning this game because theoretically, with the Texans playing, the Texans have the better shot of winning this game because not only they have a very good defense, the number one best defense in the NFL, but also the Raiders are not good this season. So otherwise, for my prediction, I'm going to have to go for the Texans. And for my pick, I'm actually going to have to go for the Texans as well because I don't like the Raiders. And lastly, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Detroit Lions for the last 4 o'clock game for week 16. For my prediction pick for this game, for my prediction, I'm going to have to go for the Detroit Lions. Even though they haven't been doing well this season, I think this is going to be a bounce back week for the Detroit Lions. And then for my prediction, then for my pick, though, it's hard to see who I would like to win this game. I would probably go for, I'm going to have to go for the Steelers just because, well, why not? Why not root for the Steelers? Because, be crazy if Lamar Jackson doesn't get in, so I gotta say for my pick, go with the Steelers. So prediction, Lions, pick Steelers. And now we're going to move on to Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football next. Okay, and finally, we have the Sunday Night Football and the Monday Night Football matches for Week 16 of the 2025 to the 2026 NFL season. So to start it off, we have the Sunday Night Football matchup between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens at Baltimore, Maryland for a Sunday Night Football matchup. Originally, this game was going to be a 1 o'clock matchup, but then it got flexed upwards to now being a Sunday Night Football matchup, replacing the Bengals Dolphins game because, because with the Bengals and the Dolphins pretty much being out of the playoffs, and Cincinnati and Miami not doing well this season, it pretty much just meant that this was the perfect time to just flex out that game and replace it with the I want to say I guess with the Steelers and it was good the Patriots and the Ravens game. Otherwise, for my prediction, it's gonna be hard to choose. But if I had to choose, I think I gotta give it to the New England Patriots, just because even if they did lose, I think they still have theoretically a good shot at winning the division. They have a very good shot at winning the AFC East, and overall, I do think they have a good shot of winning it over the Ravens. And plus, the Ravens haven't been doing well this season overall. But if I had to choose for my pick, though, I have to go for the Baltimore Ravens, because if the Ravens win, it also gives us a chance to win to be in first place in the AFC. So that's why I'm saying it'd be better off for the Ravens to win, so that way it'd be easier for the Broncos to win to have a better shot at getting home field advantage and skipping the wild card to make it to the divisional round afterwards. Otherwise, I gotta give it to the Ravens for my pick, but for my prediction, it's gotta be the New England Patriots. And finally, we have the Monday Night Football matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts for Monday Night Football on ESPN ABC, this time at Lucas Oil Field at Indianapolis, Indiana. This is the final Monday Night Football game for not the final Monday Night Football game. Next week is going to be the final Monday Night Football game for the regular season next week. But otherwise, for my prediction pick for this week, for the 49ers against the Colts, prediction, I'm going to have to go for the San Francisco 49ers over the Indianapolis Colts, because even with Phil Rivers playing for the Indianapolis Colts, the old age affects you. So for me personally, I'm going to have to give it to the San Francisco 49ers over the Indianapolis Colts, because the 49ers have very good offense, very good defense, and they've been playing pretty good, and they have a good chance at winning this game. And not to mention, the 49ers are a pretty good team to begin with. So for me, I'm going to have to go for the San Francisco 49ers over the Indianapolis Colts. And yeah, that is it, guys. That is it for Week 16's NFL prediction picks for the 2025 to the 2026 NFL season. Now, if the Denver Broncos do beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, we will be doing the NFL Toast video for the 13 Broncos celebration video. If not, we go straight to Week 17's NFL prediction pick. But otherwise, that will be it for today's video. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon for more videos, and to write down in the comment section below if you have any thoughts and feelings about the video. Also, we'll be doing a collab video with someone I know when I get a chance. But for right now, we're just gonna have to wait and see when it's planned. But either way, that is it for today's video, and I will see you guys with another video, either with the Toast video or the Week 17 NFL prediction picks. Either way, I'm Josh, and I'm the Super Football Fan number 18 here, and I will see you guys with another video. Broncos country, let's ride! Bye-bye, Bronco fans. Bye-bye.